We've just fitted your whitening trays, and now I'm going to talk you through how to use them and how to wear them. You're most likely going to be doing nighttime whitening, as this fits in with most people's day-to-day activities a lot easier than daytime whitening. When you do the nighttime whitening, brush your teeth and floss your teeth completely as usual in the evenings. Take your trays and start to load them with the gel. Ignore the back two teeth here, as no one really sees these teeth, so it's just a waste of the gel. And what you want to do is aim for the front surface of each tooth and apply a little dot into the tray. The amount of gel that you want in each tooth is similar to a grain of rice, as I'm showing you here. Make sure that you don't put too much in, or it will just squish out onto the gum line and be uncomfortable and irritate the gums. Load one tray. I generally like to start with the top one, and then dry your teeth either with a tissue or breathing in to get rid of the saliva on the teeth. Insert the tray, and if you've put a little bit too much gel in, you'll find that the gel just kind of squishes out onto the gum line. That can be a little bit uncomfortable and kind of cause a tingling sensation, so take a cotton bud and wipe along the gum line to get rid of any excess. If it's still tingling and uncomfortable, you've probably just put way too much gel in, so take the trays out and start again. Please make sure that you're not eating or drinking anything with the trays and the gel in place. Even water will just wash the gel out of the tray and make the process ineffective, and it will be a waste of the gel. Then go to sleep. There's no maximum time for the gel to be in. It becomes ineffective after around 8 hours. We'd be aiming to have the trays in for a minimum of 6 hours. So 6 to 8 hours is absolutely perfect. If it's in for longer, not a problem. If you are doing daytime whitening, usually 60 to 90 minutes a day is absolutely perfect with the 6% gel that I would have given you. In the morning when you wake up, take the trays out and give them a really good rinse. You can brush your teeth as normal and clean the trays with warm soapy water under a tap with a toothbrush. Once you've finished cleaning the trays, leave them in their tray upside down so all of the water can drain out, ready for use the next evening. You will do your teeth whitening over a course of around 3 weeks. I will most likely have given you 2 tubes of 10% gel and 2 tubes of 16% gel. Each tube lasts around 1 week. What I generally would say is do 3 weeks of whitening and use the final 4th gel for top-ups, which you can do kind of every 6 months or so, a couple of nights every 6 months going forward to maintain the new brightness of your smile. The reason we have given you 10% and 16% is that 10% is weaker. It's going to help acclimatize the teeth and limit the sensitivity that you'll experience. Start off with the 10% and then move on to the 16%. Other things you can do to avoid and minimize sensitivity, which is really, really common. About 75% of people doing teeth whitening will experience some sensitivity. It generally kicks in on day 3 and it does fade away over time. So don't be worried, it is fairly normal. The 10% gel will help, but what you can also do is use Sensodyne toothpaste as your normal toothpaste as you go through the process. And you can also alternate the nights that you're doing the teeth whitening. So on one night, do the whitening with the gels and the trays. The next night, do not do the teeth whitening, but use the trays with Sensodyne toothpaste in, sleep with them in place, and that acts as like a sensitivity bath for the teeth. If you're still finding things very sensitive, please let me know, and there are other things that we can do to help. Other things to know with the teeth whitening, you may notice that the teeth whiten at different rates. Some people have white patches within their teeth that become more obvious with the teeth whitening gel. The white patches will lift first, but then things will blend in over time. So don't be worried if you notice the teeth whitening at different rates. You'll also notice the edges of the teeth whiten quickly, and the necks of the teeth, kind of at the gum line, can take a little bit longer to whiten. This is really normal. Teeth will saturate eventually, but it can take longer than a few weeks in some cases. Canines are the pointed teeth to the side. They are the darkest teeth in the mouth. They most commonly take the longest time to whiten. So that's kind of a ballpark for you to look at. Once your canines are really nice and light, we know that we've reached the full saturation of the color of the teeth. If you have any questions at all about the teeth whitening process or anything I've talked about in this video, please do contact myself or the practice and we'll be able to help. You can also refer back to this video, which will be emailed over to you. I look forward to seeing you at your review with a lovely white smile.